Alright guys, I got the Civic in the shop today. Not going to be doing a whole lot, but there's something I wanted to get to for a long time. So I've never really had a car that had disc brakes front and rear. Normally all my other Hondas always had drum rears. And that's because I always built like base model cars and never really had like an EX or anything with rear discs. And now that we put the Cosi wheels on, the caliper and just all the brake assembly is exposed quite a bit more now compared to the last wheels. And I was wanting to do my calipers red, just to give it a little bling blang. I was told the best method's probably the brush on stuff, and it lasts the longest, but we're just gonna go ahead and use some good old Rust-Oleum. I feel like that will last. But just in case it doesn't last, we're going to use the van as a test subject first. Since they have disc brakes front and rear, we'll test it out, try this method on the van, and if it lasts, then we'll do it to the Civic. Pretty simple. But to do that, I got to get the van onto the hoist, pop the wheels off, and start at least getting it somewhat prepped. Also, Lucas and Christopher are here today, and I believe they're going to be putting his D16 Y8 back together, so try to get some updates on that too in the meantime while we're letting the paint dry. Okay, got all the wheels off. The rear little baby calipers, they're a little rusty. So we're probably gonna go ahead and hit all of them with a wire wheel. Still not bad though, you know, the rotors don't look bad. Pad life still got some life left, so not too bad. Front calipers on the other hand, these things are actually reasonably beefy for a Honda, but I mean, it is a van and it's 5x114 knuckles and hubs with 36 mil axles, so it makes sense why they would have a caliper of this size on here. It's actually close to the one on my SI, I feel. But yeah, so we're gonna hit the calipers with a wire wheel and maybe spray it down with some ether. And you can see how much these wheels are rubbing now. Don't mind the tires. I did have some 215 35 17s on here, but they were my snow tires, and now that there's no snow out, I wanted to save them for next winter. And these are actually a set of tires that I got for free down here at the shop. And they're not the best, they're pretty old, but they're 235/65, so they're massive. And they just barely fit. And when you're turning sharp, it does rub. Alright, it's time for an update here. I had to stop myself because I was afraid I was doing too good of a job, and I had to remember that this is just a van and I'm not really trying to absolutely do it perfect, but I got all the extra shit foiled off that I don't want to overspray on, and I just kind of, like I said, lightly wire wheeled and scuffed off all the calipers, hoping that the paint will actually stick to that, knock off some of the asbestos and brake dust and whatnot. So that's what we're looking like here. I also took each one of my brackets over to the wire wheel and got those a little bit better. So just brake clean those off, and I'm just gonna paint them right here. I'm gonna start getting first coats of paint on because I don't want to be here forever and I have to let it dry before I reassemble it. Really hoping this 15-minute fast dry really is the truth. So start spraying. Shake the shit out of this can first. By the way, I hope this is going to be enough paint because I only got one can. Guess I didn't really think of that. This is, however, a 15-ounce can, so hopefully that does the trick. And I'm not going to be spraying the entire bracket or caliper, just the spots that you're really going to be seeing. Try to be somewhat conservative on my paint usage. Figured while we're down here, we'll go ahead and rebuild the rear end as well. We'll probably rebuild these trailing arms. Exhaust could use a little rebuilding. Oh yeah. Yeah, while we're letting this paint dry, let's go see what Chris and Lucas are up to. Well, they got the matoir out. What's going on here, huh?
Drew the cocksucker Montag.
Wow. So it looks like Chris is putting a clutch in. What kind of clutch we going with here, Lucas?
We have a action clutch.
Ooh. All right, all right.
Stock wheel, different puck, different clutch.
Is it just like a stage 2 unit?
Yeah. A little bit stiffer.
Got the RPM belt. What are we working on over here?
Trying to assemble the rocker assembly, but missing one of these at the moment, so I don't know where it's at.
That's not good.
Problematic.
Yeah, so Lucas got his head back from the machine shop, and it's fully assembled now.
The other one's right there.
But yeah, this is fully assembled with titanium. What are these, dual? No, titanium valve springs, Brian Crower.
Single Brian Crower valve springs, retainers, keepers. We got Super Tech seals and valve guides, OEM valves. Everything going into the heads, brand new.
What kind of cam we got here?
We have a Brian Crower Stage 2 cam, turbo cam.
Right. Looking sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you look back on the channel, I do have a video last year of this car, but it wasn't nearly built to the extent that it is now. What are we doing, rear main? Yeah. Actually?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I just picked up.
I called him at the parts store, but hey, get a fucking rear main.
Oh, okay, okay.
Forgot about
Did
it.
a Mario Kart session and had to go pick up a manifold gasket, exhaust gasket.
Sweet.
Check this out.
Oh,
Little
man.
Honda key tag. Not bad.
That's the only reason you bought it was for the
Yeah.
keychain.
Spent $50 on some bolts and got a keychain.
Yeah, so they're going to be getting this together today, and if everything goes to plan, they're going to get it running. Come over and get some updates on this. I just put the second coat on all the calipers and brackets, and I still got about half a can left, so I think I'm just going to keep spraying until I run out of paint. But honestly think that one can would be enough for the Civic. But I do have one already painted red caliper for the Civic, so I only need to paint technically 3 calipers. I ended up putting 3 coats on everything. I still have some leftover paint, but I'm just gonna hold off on 3 coats because I don't want to overdo it. So now I'm gonna give this probably like 45 minutes to an hour to hopefully let it set up as good as possible, and then I'm gonna very carefully assemble them back together, trying not to scuff off any of this beautiful red paint that I just sprayed on. And then I don't know, we might have to throw a little tire shine on the girl now that she's looking real spiffy. It's been somewhere around an hour, and they're dry to the touch. So I'm gonna try to put them back together now. I'm gonna go ahead and start peeling all the foil off and try to reassemble them back on. Okay, I got the van put back together, put the calipers back together, put the wheels back on, and it doesn't look too bad. I went ahead and threw a little tire shine on it too. Should last a long time. Nope. It's gonna start coming off right on the way home. Like I said, this is more or less just a test the van, though I do love the van, doesn't mean a whole lot to me. So I don't really care really how it looks. But yeah, nonetheless, red calipers on the van. But yeah. Fully built Brian Crower head. I'm throwing on the flywheel right now.
These fucking bolts for me.
He does have some new mounts too. Finally, he got rid of them stock mounts because those were not gonna hold. Alright, the klooch is on. Got the ARP head studs in. Time for a little head.
Who do I have working on my shit? Green. Oh, I just farted on you.
Does the head gasket go on first, or?
That's why I just pulled it back off.
I thought it was a Cometic. It's a Felpro.
Let's leave the
Felpro unit.
rag in there.
And then start it up?
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
No copper spray.
Oh, mine's it.
I remember doing Chris's. That was fucking funny.
It worked, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Where is my razor blade, dude?
Jeez.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Green ice cube juice.
Where's the copper spray? Go ahead and flip her. Go ahead and flip her.
Ow. Cut me.
Go ahead and flip her again. Alright, let's come up.
The Felpro multi-layer gasket.
Come on.
100% guaranteed to blow.
With who's building it, yeah.
Put it on backwards. Oh, the dowel.
In the wrong spot.
The dowel's in the wrong spot.
Because I have a fucking newbie.
No, it's not. That's where the dowel goes.
Here goes the final pass on the ARPs.
ARPs?
The ARPs.
I hope I built
that
this.
right?
No, I hope I built this rocker assembly right. You kinked my line when you took it off, dude.
Oh, I didn't.
Fucking ass.
This is really a test of the ages here. Can you run a rear main seal bracket that's cracked if you extra silicone it? And can you run a cylinder head with just one dowel? We're gonna find out.
Yes, we will. Stay tuned, folks.
All right, guys, engine is assembled and torqued and timed. Got the Gates RPM belt on here. Here's some of the new goodies going on. We got a PLM top mount manifold, as well as a new wastegate and a new exhaust and wastegate dump. So it's all V-band, looks really nice. And before he was running a, what was the last manifold you had?
There's a rim style manifold.
Yeah, he had a ram horn style manifold before, and how many times did it crack? I know it cracked like,
Dude, like 3 or 4 times.
yeah, he got it re-welded multiple times, so he finally spent some money and got a really nice manifold. But I'm actually getting out of here for the day. They're gonna stay and wrench and finish some shit up, and if they end up getting it finished, then throw it in the next video. But nonetheless, that's gonna do it for this video. So thanks for watching. Anything you guys want to say?
Peace.
Peace out. Chris, what you got?
That's it. That'll do her.
That'll do her. All right.